a real life, day-to-day system, how do we bring it more, make that experience more inclusive, so that the realization also does translate into some change? Or do you see it changing on that front? And the second question is also, I think, related to the first, is that how important are identities? How critical do you see identities as a problem per se? Because so now you have a middle class which is really apolitical, yeah, and they don't have a problem using their last name without realizing what it means, or realizing what it means but don't have an issue. And that identity goes for even whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim, so on and so forth. The identity, how difficult or challenging do you think an identity is? Because a common refrain now of the upper middle class is, I'm a Brahmin, and what's wrong with that? Yeah? And there is a whole burden that goes with it. I see it as a burden, and others may see it as a liberating experience to be very assertive and say, I'm a Brahmin, and what's wrong with that? I'm not discriminating against the Dalit. I am not practicing untouchability with them, so on and so forth. Well, your Brahmin dad would have married a Brahmin mom, no difficulty with that, and most probably you will marry a Brahmin girl. Your parents will ensure that, so on and so forth. But how difficult or how challenging is this whole identity crisis, or the issue of identity? Because now it's sought to be dealt with in a saying, it's my identity, and what do we do about that?
I mean, it's not really a question. It was one of my observations which I had. I was going through one of my friend's place, and I was in the auto, and then I saw this man. He was just like one of us. There were 4 people standing around the what do you call it? Manhole. Yeah. So they were standing around the manhole, and one of them, he took off his shirt and he went inside. And because it was a signal, it was a jam, so the auto wasn't moving. And I was observing the entire episode, and the man went inside, and after some time, when he came out, from the top of his head till the bottom of his leg, he was covered with those black, dirt. And if the rice falls on us, or even the crow shits on us, we like, yo. And a man who is just like one of us, goes inside. I don't know how he breathes. I mean, I'm a claustrophobic, so I feel that the moment somebody goes inside, we'll start having a breathing problem. But India being a developing country, and we are so proud that we are coming up with so many technology, how is it that nobody has thought of doing anything about this problem? I mean, why do we still these menial labors to do all these things?
Want to ask some question?
No, sir. I just wanted to reply Kamlesh.
Please.
Yeah. It's like, there are people who think that as upper class, ye nahi karega to kaun karega? That's a genuine question. If he doesn't do who will do it? Like, for example, if in a home, if the mother is sick, if there's no mother, who will cook the food? Of course, the members of the family. So here in a society, of course, the members of the society will have to do equality. Everyone has to do everything. It's not like, okay, if I'm a woman or if I'm a Dalit, I have to do this only work. No. We have to get into the minds of the people. No, each and every work is equal. So you have to do each and every work. That perception, when that comes, this question of this caste, creed and everything, it will automatically be, abolished or lessened. I mean, this is just my opinion. Or
since
satisfied.
Since what's your name?
Sharika.
Sharika started responding to some of the questions, that Kamale's questions, that who will do it? If the certain section of the people won't do, who will do it? Why should only certain section of the people should do? Why should we need to do? Is it because we born in that community? That's the only the sin that we did. I'll tell you one story, that one experience of one Dalit leader. He's fighting for the elimination of manual scavengers. That you might have heard his name also. Some people might have read. You might have seen him even in the Satyameva Jayate, that Jawaharlal sir. You know, once he completed his entire family. He came from the manual scavenging family. With a great difficulty, he got education. He passed the 10th standard and plus 2. At that time, they has to go and register the name in the employment exchange if any employment is needed. What his brother did is he is taken and took him to the employment exchange. In the employment exchange, the employment officer automatically registered his name to get as an eligible person for the manual scavenging even after plus 2. Why should only the particular community has to do that? Forget about the technology. I am not talking about the technology, those things. It's needed. Why should the government of India is not thinking about even so much of technology is developed, even to change the toilets in the railways. If you look at the other countries, it's happening. They are moving forward in other aspects along with the Indian state. Why these people are not looking at? Even in the Supreme Court asked. Even after Supreme Court asked also, that they are not even thinking to develop an alternative coaches, toilets in the railways. This is the mindset. This is the mindset. Why should we think, because already certain section of people we are entrenched, their duty they are supposed to do. Why should we innovate new things? And they have to do it. And never thinks that why should one community or one person to clean my shit. They are not thinking. This is the really that we need to look at it. It's not, should not look at it from the side who will do it. We have to look at it, how do we protect the dignity of our fellow human being. That should be the starting point, not who will do it. The second, the other questions, I'll take it up even some of the perceptions I picked up during that discussion. One is in the villages. If you look at the villages, very cordial relationships. In my village, people will call Mama, Chacha, Jija, Sala. They call each other. But they won't allow me to enter into their house. Even in my village, if you look at it, they'll call like that. And they won't allow the villagers to ride the bicycles, but at the same time, they'll call Mama. Mama, kaisa? But they'll practice these things. The relationships and the way that we are calling, sometimes it's not the reflection to the realities. That is not the cordial relationship. Cordial relationship means respecting each other, respecting each one of the rights and giving opportunities and not being discriminated. The second other aspect is about the Dalit dialogue. Yes, it's at present is only limited to the Dalits, but it's needed to expand it. We have to go beyond, and we generated the debate. Even the Dalit assertion, if you look at it, the debate is generated. If you look at the entire Durban time, that WCHR, World Conference Against Racism, the UN level, At that time, there is series of discussions are taking place. So what we need to look at it is the caste system and the untouchability is not the problem of Dalits alone. It's a problem of the country. If the Dalits, and we are all fighting not to protect alone the rights of the Dalits. We are here, I'm here till today, not to protect and promote Dalit rights. I'm here and working on that to realize my constitution, realize the values of my constitution, and to liberate my country, liberate my society from the caste and patriarchal inequalities. Whenever the people ask, questioning these values, those who are practicing against these values, they are subjected to violence. That's what we are stuck. It's a caste. Is this dialogue? Everybody has to accept in this society the caste and the patriarchal discrimination and inequalities should get away. It should not be the problem of only Dalits. Maybe to make the people to aware. Why I said today, I know that you are the lawyers, but not looked at any kind of judgments because you are all the experts. But here, why I came and shared these experiences to reflect, to mirror you. These things are happening. These are the challenges. Is not only Dalit community but also the general, the entire society. The another question is on the identity. Initially, to generate this kind of debate, to accept the identity is very important. The identities, but these identities should not take over and should be the basis for the discrimination and violence. These are the some of the things. Another thing is, one friend given me this printout. The recent atrocity in Bihar. Dalits attacked for hosting national flag in Bihar, one killed. He's given me this very good, and he said this is the village is in the speaker's Meera Kumar's constituency. This is another thing I want to share with you. Yes, that means what I got, I reflected on that. What I got it is, what are these elected representatives are doing? Even the Dalit MP, speaker, and it's not happened. Why it is happening even in her constituencies like this? But if you look at this is what even